At long last, we've come to the conclusion. The root cause behind this unnatural and disorderly conspiracy is, in fact, Western, European, Caucasian, older, white women who are holding up the show, feigning innocence and shifting the blame, not exclusively or entirely, subtly using me as a pawn in their failing class system, who wish to be elevated above everyone, not based on beauty, talent, intellect, or any other factor which are highly desirable and rewarded in kind, but just the melanin levels in their skin, which is dragging along and restricting progress, innovation, and unity amongst everyone else. Middle Easterns, Southeast Asians, Oriental Asians, Africans, Mediterraneans, Slavic, Hispanic, etc. By controlling and manipulating what the people see, scheming behind the scenes, and politically maneuvering in what should be a wonderful moment in history, resulting instead to a convolution of the mind, heart, and soul of the people, backtracking and stirring division amongst neighboring folks from across land and sea, in a desperate final huzzah to this outdated class system, this coping mechanism. Is it all, or just a vocal minority who are holding us captive? We are wired tribally. Historically, activity within a tribe was visible amongst people living in close proximity to one another. Now, as a consequence of technological improvements and the increase in visibility through our laptops and phones, communal activity has expanded globally. A lot of vital, wonderful information is able to be transmitted from all across the world in the form of social media via the internet, as well as a rapid spike in competition, which has resulted again in a lot of vital and impressive accomplishments, but on the back end has resulted in a group of disgruntled people who are falling behind, struggling to compete, leaning back and misusing identity rather than leading and competing fairly with the rest of us. It's becoming a mess, with emphasis on identity, which has clouded fair trade and fair competition, which needs to be cleared up for humanity to continue to flourish and be aligned with our technology. So we're not just cavemen and cave women with shiny toys. Simply put, identity politics is for those who've fallen behind, who are struggling to compete otherwise, who are wreaking havoc and throwing tantrums in order to convolute fair competition and fair trade for the rest of us. Devotees working righteously in our respective fields, resulting in a drop in standards and the general constriction and contraction of our shared Mother Earth's heart, leading to this dissonance and festering of hatred, preventing a natural flow and steady progress, using sex as a weapon into a competition to compensate and disorient a man's focus, to keep us in a state of confusion, short-sighted and immature in our judgment. This class system isn't something I've ever focused on. It feels too easy. Diluting the grounds of competition in order to be good enough to compete is an admission of failure, which is not how I was raised. But I'm faced now with what seems like what has always been lurking behind the scenes amongst the schemers and hypocrites as the real reason why I've been held back for so long from working, despite my abilities to actualize my potential, upgrade my standard of living relative to talent at a world-class level, and provide for my prospective family now that I am of age and maturity to do so. We need to deepen our awareness of what's going on and sort this out before we develop any more toxic outgrowths which hold us back. There is more for the lucky few who are witnessing this now in real time. No, Kendall, taking a few days off Instagram to tend to other priorities doesn't mean you've managed to disorient my focus, i.e. spin, nor is this anything to be proud of either, all things considered. The usual from Kim and Chris. If you've noticed, Kim likes to act up, but it is in fact Chris who is the leader in their family. It is a work in progress, our team setup, so bear with us.